All right, did you get the collab script?
Yeah, I just have a small issue with the plug.
Subscribe to my buddy Laron Reedus. He does YouTubes.
Exactly. It sounds kind of weird.
Would you prefer cool but rude?
Wait, you think I'm rude?
Party dude.
Yeah, not really going to many parties this year.
Leads the team.
There isn't a team. Oh God, I wish there was a team. No, it's just me. Occasionally guests like you in my next video that I'm about to do.
So, does YouTube's?
Yeah, that works.
Incredible thoughts, incredible mind. I'm so overwhelmed. How did my brain conceive them?
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to does machines, which means building machines, not anything gross, get your mind out of the sewer. Next, we need to get invited to join the gang, which would be easier if you were pretty good with a bow staff. Finally, we need to be deceptively talented like you are in the games. You're not edgy like Raph, you don't make hilarious jokes like Mikey, you don't wear blue, but in 90% of the games, Donnie ends up being the best. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just watch those multi-classing minimums. Intelligence will be number 1, you make everything in a sewer with a box of scraps. Dexterity next, ninjas are nimble even if turtles generally aren't. Constitution after that, you've got a thick shell and a natural regenerative ability. Follow that up with wisdom, you need some pretty good eyes if you're going to be working exclusively at night. Strength is a little low, it'll actually get bumped up for you as a turtle, and we'll dump charisma, that's Mikey's job. You're more lovable in an adorkable sort of way, which is based on low charisma, really. Turtles are turtle people. We use them for the other brothers, so it'd be super shocking if we weren't using it for you too. Turtles get +2 strength and +1 wisdom. Natural armor for 17 AC when you're not wearing armor, which is nice because it straight up won't fit you. You can retreat into your shell with shell defense, giving you advantage on strength and constitution saving throws and a +4 bonus to your AC, though you can't move and have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws until you pop out. This will be nuts by the end of the build, stay tuned for that. You can hold your breath for an hour, which will be nice when your brothers only eat pizza. Talking about farts, people. Claws let you deal 1d4 plus your strength modifier and slashing damage for a nice unarmed attack option. Obviously, we're still getting monk levels though, don't worry. Every turtle gets survival for free, and we'll tweak the urchin background for acrobatics and stealth instead of sleight of hand because we can get that from our starting class. The starting class being artificer because, hey, robots, right? You can grab 2 skills from the Artificer list. Arcana and Sleight of Hand will help you use your Tinkerers and Thieves tools. You also get another set of tool proficiency. I'll go with Smiths to maybe make some cool weapons for the team. Every Artificer is a Magical Tinkerer, which lets you put some tiny magical effects into a tiny non-magical object. A puff of smoke, a little light bright, a message, either static or recorded. Get creative and make whatever you want, as long as it's, one of the things you can do. You get cantrips and spells. Firebolt is a ranged spell attack that deals 1d10 fire damage. If you want a little laser from your staff, it's a pretty common Donnie move. Mending lets you put 2 pieces of something back together or fix cracks in something for a little magic welding. That's not magic, it's just fire. For your first level spells, Expeditious Retreat lets you dash as a bonus action for up to 10 minutes. It's basically like Step of the Wind from Monk, which we'll get later. We just need more machines first. Shield of Faith is a little more of a force field, adding 2 to a creature's AC for up to 10 minutes depending on your concentration, meaning that with your shell defense, 23 AC is an option. You won't really be able to do anything, but there's no shame in hiding when you're being attacked by a bunch of ninjas. Second level artificers get infusions to make better gear for their brothers, or themselves. Enhanced weapon adds 1 to the attack and damage rolls of a weapon and makes it magical to hit all the weird stuff in Dimension X. Enhanced arcane focus adds 1 to the attack rolls with an arcane focus, and you can ignore half cover for more accurate turtle lasers. Honestly, the name of all of your stuff is just nouns with turtle in front of it. Goggles of Night give you turtle vision, letting you give a creature 60 feet of dark vision, and Sending Stones lets you communicate with your brothers as long as they're on the same plane. It's a turtle phone. Wait, no, shell phone. It's a shell phone. Oh, I just looked it up. That's actually a real thing in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought I was being clever. Third level artificers can choose a specialty. Artillerist would be fine, but battlesmiths are better at fighting, and Donnie is good at fighting. As a battlesmith, you get proficiency with martial weapons, and you can use your intelligence modifier instead of your dexterity or strength if they're magical, so good thing you can make them magical. You also get a steel defender, which is a medium construct that looks like a beast with 4 legs or 2. Go with 4 and see if you can convince your DM to call them tires for a party wagon. It has its own turn, but it's only going to dodge unless you use your bonus action to tell it what to do. It's a pretty good use of your bonus action since it's got a bunch of different options like rending someone or repairing itself. The whole stat sheet is in the Eberron book. Check it out. You can also learn the shield spell to add 5 to your AC as a reaction for another techno force fieldy thingy. 4th level artificers get an ability score improvement. Rounding up your constitution and intelligence modifier would be important to not die. Get a better van, better spells, and better weapons. Battlesmith really lets you just focus on one ability. 5th level battlesmiths get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks instead of 1 with your action to turn your bow staff into a go staff. You can also learn 2nd level spells. Enlarge Reduce lets you make the party wagon big enough for you to ride, and it will give it advantage on strength checks and saves, but mostly I just want it to be big enough for you to ride. You can also make someone smaller if they fail a constitution saving throw, giving them disadvantage on strength checks and saves, and a d4 penalty to their damage rolls. Again, I just want the van. It lasts for a minute depending on your concentration. I'm guessing you can't afford a lot of gas. 6th level artificers get tool expertise, letting you add double your proficiency bonus to checks with tools you're proficient with to make the best toys possible. Lord knows you won't have the money to go to Toys R Us. You can learn 2 more infusions. Wand of Magical Detection is a little scanner with 3 charges of Detect Magic. That'll let you sense magical auras and what type of magic is causing them. It gets 1d3 more charges at dawn as long as you charge it up. Radiant Weapon gives a weapon +1 to attack and damage rolls, makes it magical. You can light it up to see with your dumb turtle eyes, and you can force a constitution saving throw on creatures, blinding them if they fail, starting with 4 charges and recovering 1d4 charges of that at dawn. Laser Staff is cool. Use Laser Staff. 7th level artificers get Flash of Genius, letting you add your intelligence modifier to an ability check or saving throw of a creature within 30 feet of you as an action, an amount of times per day equal to your intelligence modifier, which could make you better or could make your brothers better with some helpful advice. Just remember, to make it officially work, you have to say actually, otherwise it doesn't count. 8th level artificers get another ability score improvement. Time to invest in that intelligence because you can do everything with it. You can probably find a way to make breakfast with it. Pizza bagels sound good. 9th level artificers can learn 3rd level spells like Haste, which will help you get some ninja reflexes going with +2 AC, doubled movement speed, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and an extra action to dodge, dash, disengage, hide, use an object, or make 1 attack. That doesn't stack with extra attack, but 3 attacks per round is pretty great, especially with your fancy pants weapon. You also get Arcane Jolt, or more accurately, your Battle Bus does. It lets you add 2d6 damage to their attack, or they can heal 2d6 to someone after they make an attack. They can do this an amount of times equal to your intelligence modifier. That obviously is determining how many snacks you packed in the van or how many sewer lids you put in there to blast people. 10th level artificers are magical item adepts, letting you attune up to 4 magical items at once, and you can scoop up 2 more infusions. Slippers of spider climbing will let you climb walls and ceilings, which is pretty similar to unarmored movement improvement from Monk, which we'll of course get later. Cloak of protection adds 1 to the AC and saving throws of a creature. Maybe it's a cape, maybe it's a duster that hides your more turtlesque features on dates. You'll probably need to tell them eventually though, they're gonna figure that out. 11th level artificers get spell storing item, letting you store a spell of 1st or 2nd level in an object, and you or a buddy can cast the spell from that object an amount of times per day equal to twice your intelligence modifier. I think Enlarge Reduce would be nice to make your party van big enough to ride in for a long time. Have Raph concentrate on it. It's not like he's concentrating on other spells. 12th level artificers get an ability score improvement, letting us finally cap off our intelligence modifier to make sure that all of your gadgets are working 100% of the time. 13th level artificers can learn 4th level spells. Oatluke's Resilient Sphere summons a force field around a creature that spells and attacks can't get through. If a creature doesn't want to be in your turtle ball, they can make a dexterity saving throw to dive out of the way, but I'd use it to keep yourself or one of your brothers safe. It lasts for up to a minute depending on your concentration. You're already a hero in a half shell, now you can be a hero in a full shell. 14th level artificers are magical item savants, letting you attune up to 5 magical items at a time, and you can infuse 2 more. Take Bracers of Defense to add 2 to your AC as long as you're not wearing armor, because your shell prevents you from wearing armor. Ring of Protection adds 1 to your AC and saving throws like Cloak of Protection, so if you have all of those on, your base AC is 21 or 23 with haste or 28 after a shield reaction. Finally, a nerd who won't get hit. 15th level battlesmiths get improved defender, adding 2 to your steel defender's AC, increasing the arcane jolt damage to 4d6, and when it deflects an attack for you, it deals 1d4 force damage to the creature as well. Sometimes, when you punch a van, the van punches back. 16th level artificers get an ability score improvement, but will grab the POLEARM master feat, letting you attack with the other end of your quarterstaff as a bonus action to deal 1d4 plus your strength modifier in bludgeoning damage. With a +2 enhanced weapon, that's even better. You can also use opportunity attacks if you use a reach weapon. There's no reason for you to not switch the quarterstaff out for a glaive. Just do it. I'm not going to tell anybody. 17th level artificers can learn 5th level spells. Animate objects creates a bunch of tiny micro machines to help your big machine, animating 10 objects of smaller lower, with larger objects counting as 2 more objects, each of which has a different stat block. Check the spell out in the player's handbook. I don't want this video to be 4 hours long. I have another video to make tomorrow. They hang out for a minute depending on your concentration. 18th level artificers are magical item masters, letting you infuse up to 6 items at the same time, which will work pretty perfectly with our last 2 infusions. Amulet of Health will give you 19 Constitution, and Belt of Hill Giant Strength will give you 21 Strength. Honestly though, you'd get more out of an enhanced weapon since you can use your intelligence modifier for your attack rolls with your strength weapons anyway. This will just make you better at unarmed attacks, but the bow staff is better. Just use that. 19th level artificers get 1 last ability score improvement. Might as well fix up the charisma so you don't have a negative modifier because that's bad. I don't like it. Our capstone is the 20th level of Artificer for Soul of Artificer, giving you +1 to all of your saving throws for every item you have infused, which is +6, and when you hit 0 HP, you can instead go to 1 HP and delete one of your infusions, letting you sacrifice a machine for your own health. I'd probably choose my computer over myself, just being honest. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you've got a hell of a shell with +8 to every saving throw, +5 more with Flash of Genius, pretty great stats with your other infusions, a 23 AC with haste, and over 170 HP. That's pretty good. You can also pump out damage with a +7 damage modifier from your staff that you get to use 4 times per round with a bonus action tap, even if that bonus action back tap has a lower damage die. Finally, you're a one-man party. Not in the same way Mikey is, but if you bring your battle buddy and potentially some other mechs with animate objects, setting up a hazardous environment is pretty easy, preventing people from disengaging. For weaknesses, you got too many concentration spells, so you're gonna have to pick and choose what you want to use. You've also got too many bonus actions and can only do 1 per round, so you're either gonna command your battle buddy, or butt smack someone with a quarterstaff, or control your animated objects. Finally, as an artificer, you don't have that many spell slots, I guess. If I'm being honest, 20th level of Artificer is pretty busted. I don't know how to fill out these weaknesses. Use your staff, dues machines, and keep your brother supported with better tech. Just make sure that you're not biting off more than you can chew, otherwise your baddies won't need to chew because they're going to be dining on turtle soup. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We're doing a video every day this month. Be sure to subscribe to LaRon Reedus on YouTube. He makes videos about all sorts of nerdy stuff. Check it out.